conversation that has been ongoing now for some time, for over 40 years to be exact. These kinds of news stories help other women realise that actually if it's happening within the BBC, it's probably happening within their organisations. Equal pay is something that has been fought for a very long time, but there remains a real secrecy around how pay is decided and why pay is decided in a certain way.
So do organisations, do employers need to show greater transparency, and is the law around equal pay forcing them to do that or not as it stands?
There certainly does need to be better pay transparency amongst every organisation within all industries across the country. As to whether the law is doing its job, the law is doing its job, but unfortunately the burden rests on an individual woman, for example, to have to bring her employer to the employment tribunal. Really the solution lies with the employer to ensure that they are properly considering how they pay women as compared to men. And also I should just say that this really is an issue for people of colour as well, because race pay is another real problem area.
And it's not easy, obviously, for an individual to take that step. Many of the tweets, once this news broke about Cara Gracie, commented on how brave she was, because it isn't easy for an individual to take that step, is it?
It's not easy for an individual to take that step, and she's incredibly brave to write the letter that she did today.
The BBC press release in relation to this said fairness in pay is vital. A significant number of organisations have published their gender pay figures showing that we are performing considerably better than many and are well below the national average. But there's a difference between fair pay and equal pay, isn't there? Cara Gracie is talking about equal pay, and perhaps you could just spell out for our audience what the difference is.
Absolutely, equal pay for equal work. Where somebody is doing a job which either is similar or the same, or it's the value of the job is the same, then people should be being paid the same amount of money. I'm not sure I understand what fair pay is if it's not equal pay. It can't be fair where there is discrimination. As for the gender pay gap, that is a separate issue, and I think the BBC tries to hide behind the gender pay gap, doesn't address the equal pay issue that she's currently dealing with.
That issue of equality and how that's defined in law, and equivalency of roles, and whether one role is deserving of the same level of pay as another role. Is that a difficult area to interpret for employers, do you think? Do you think the law needs to give more guidance on that?
I don't think it is a difficult area. I think it's very easy for employers to hide behind the fact that it's difficult. They've known for a very long time how to do a job evaluation study, how to assess one role against another role. The types of arguments we often encounter are someone has more experience, or market rates dictate a certain type of salary, but that really only gets you so far. And there hasn't really been a proper analysis done by most employers, or a proper pay audit done across all sectors, across all levels of their pay force, of their workforce.
Is a change being forced now, though, in your opinion?
The gender pay gap reporting is different. What that will look at is the average salary of men across the organisation in comparison to women. That's different to what an individual is earning in comparison to her male counterpart. So I don't think employers are doing that, unfortunately.
Okay, Karen Dorker, employment and discrimination lawyer at Blue Day Solicitors, thank you very much. Headlines now on BBC Newsroom Live. It's 17 minutes past 12. James Brokenshire resigns as Northern Ireland Secretary due to ill health as Theresa May works to reshuffle her new cabinet. The former football coach Barry Bennell pleads guilty to 6 child sex offences. United in black, the stars come together at the Golden Globes to call time on Hollywood's sexual harassment scandal. It's time for sport. Let's get right up to date with Jessica. Hello there.
Good afternoon, thank you, Anita. We'll start with cricket, where there's been another disappointing day for England's cricketers. They've lost their final Ashes test against Australia by an innings and 123 runs. Australia bowled England out for 180, who were always struggling after Captain Joe Root was struck down by gastroenteritis. Patrick Ewing is in Sydney for us.
And so it's over. After 5 test matches and 25 gruelling days, Australia have won the Ashes 4-0. This was always likely to be a sickening day for England. That's all too little with their captain, Joe Root. He spent the morning in hospital suffering from a stomach bug and dehydration. The next, he couldn't consume his meals for his body, and Mervyn Ali had to come in his place. Mervyn's Ashes for an hour.
Hello, Peace. Hello, Peace. Peace, 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 peace. Psst, 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 psst. Ha ha.